Welcome to the broadcast on December 20th, 2017. In fact, it is the winter solstice tomorrow, so we're going to talk about chakras. I'm Brandy Joy, and you're watching Brandy Joy TV on Facebook and YouTube. If you're not following me, please do so. And if you want to share this with any of your friends, help them out with some chakra healing, some chakra balancing, understanding the chakras, feel free. Hello, good to see you. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about, I've done some videos on chakras before, so I want to talk a little bit about, what the chakras are and a little bit about each one and give you some ideas of techniques that you can use to help clear and balance them. Yeah, the winter solstice, yay. Right. Okay, so we have 7 primary chakras on our body, main chakras, and a chakra is a wheel. It's an energy vortex, an area of energy consciousness. And so you have one at the very root of the body, which is like where the kundalini is and everything down there at the very bottom. And then the second chakra is right under the navel. And the third one is at your it's right below the rib cage, right in the center where it's still soft between the ribs. And then the fourth is the heart chakra, right here at the center of the chest. The fifth is the throat chakra. 6th is the third eye point, and then we have the 7th is above the head. That would be the crown chakra, right? So the first chakra is this chakra is like your security, it's at the tip of your tailbone, right? So it has a lot to do with how you feel in the physical reality. Do you feel secure? Do you feel stable? Do you feel grounded? And this one, I've talked to you a little bit before about how when this one's imbalanced, you won't attract good things into your life. Typically, you won't attract money and good security and things like that. Because you really have to, with this one, you have to feel grounded and you have to feel good about your own foundation. So if you have ever been inconsistent, maybe been flighty or lied to yourself or lied to other people, then this chakra is imbalanced. So this one, when it becomes imbalanced, it's almost like just the law of attraction is not working for you, right? So just negativity in general can happen in your life. The root chakra is like your foundation. It's like the root of everything. And I have a couple of questions here that you can ask yourself when you're scanning these chakras, and you can actually scan them in different ways. So let's say you want to scan your chakras and you're very good with energy, right? So I am clairsentient. I deal with energy a lot. So I take my left hand and I'll scan my chakras, right? Just by going over my chakras to feel the different vibration of each one. Is it weak? Is it strong? Right? Does it feel messy and chaotic, or does it feel like it's pushing or pulling? Right? And when I'm working with someone, let's say doing cord cutting or something, I can actually scan their chakras through mine. So that's called channeling, where I will actually scan their chakra through my own. So that's one way to do it. Another way is to just look at the area of the body and close your eyes and visualize it. And some people can do it more that way if they're more clairvoyant, right? I'm more clairsentient, so I can feel them more, and I just get messages because I'm more clairvoyant. I'm clairaudient and clairsentient. So the root chakra, how likely are you to attract money? Well, if the root chakra is off, not very likely. If it's overly active, then you might be able to attract a lot of money, right? But that might not be good. So anyways, that's like your groundedness, your foundation, has to do with your security and stability. And can you be present? Can you be mindful and present in the reality right now? That's your foundation. So the second chakra is the womb chakra, sacral chakra, belly chakra. That's right below the belly button. And this chakra is it's orange, right? The first one's red. The second one's orange, and it's your sexual center, right? So if you have had sexual trauma, then this one will be very imbalanced. This one is about your connection to yourself, your higher self, and your spirit, and connection to other people. So that's why with this one, it's very much about clairsentience, where you can feel people's energy, right? This is the chakra that's active for you to feel people's energy and to feel connection with other people. This is a very physical type of chakra point. So your consciousness here is to feel other people's intentions, to feel their energies. And it's, if you have sex with a whole lot of people, it can get imbalanced, right? This one, you have to take care of this one in a way of not blocking yourself. So if you're like getting intimate with people that you're not connected to, you could start blocking this chakra. It could become very blocked up. So you don't want to be vulnerable to just anybody, right? And having sex with someone is more of a vulnerable type of thing. So that one can get blocked from that. And so this one has to do with reproduction and creativity, and also clairsentience and feeling things off of people. If you're the type of person that does maybe Reiki or hands-on healing, massage, or you can just feel things off of people, then you're probably very clairsentient and tapped into the second chakra. The second chakra is, for me, my favorite to work with, because this is where we actually suppress a lot of things down into as well, a lot of negative emotions. So when you release this one, it can give you an amazing emotional release. And that's why Tantra is so important to do. It opens up the second chakra a whole lot. Let's see. Now, if you do work with that one, the second chakra, and you get it really active and balanced, you'll start being very attractive. Your energy will be very attractive and magnetic to people. The third chakra is the solar plexus chakra, and this one is yellow. And again, it's right here below the rib cage, right here, right? So this third chakra is the area where it's like your core, your center. It's between the top and the bottom. So this one is like your resilience, your power center. It's yellow. It's like the sun, the star. Right? So let's see. I have a couple of notes here written down. What power style do you use? Are you more of an aggressive person? Are you more of a passive person? So things like that, resilience, how do you bounce back after maybe you've invested a lot into maybe a relationship and they leave you, right? How easily do you bounce back? If you're not bouncing back very well, then your power center is probably off, and you probably have a negative cord of attachment, a program running between your solar plexus and the other person's solar plexus. In fact, I've found that many times when we have a toxic relationship, one of the main cords is the solar plexus. It's usually very connected. Your power centers are very connected when you're having power struggles, and fights and stuff like that. So that one can get really blocked up, and so you won't be as resilient as you should be in bouncing back from that relationship. And then we have the heart chakra. The heart chakra is right in the center of the chest area. And this one has to do with your compassion. And I remember when I first started doing chakra clearing work, once I would clear this, I would actually hear the spirits better. And I would also feel a whole lot of compassion. So if you have rage or anger issues or major depression or anything like that, when you clear this chakra, you will actually experience an amazing release of compassion. This chakra, it's really wild how it does it. All of a sudden, you just feel all of this compassion just overwhelm your body and your energy and everything. And you're just like, oh, I forgive everybody. I love everyone. And it's this amazing, blissful feeling. So the heart chakra is a very important one to keep unblocked and to keep clear. So what do you like in giving love? What do you like in receiving love? Can you receive love, or can you only give love? Can you only receive love and not give love, right? Either of those is an imbalance, and many times we'll attract the opposite. So if we're a giver of love, then we might attract somebody that just receives love. Or if we're a receiver, we might just attract a giver. So that heart chakra, we get a lot of stuff in that one going on. The throat chakra is the next one. This one right here is blue. This one was green, by the way. And this one is blue. Now, these are more frequencies more than anything. So this chakra, though, the throat chakra, has a lot to do with self-expression and listening as well, because this throat chakra is tied in up here all the way through the ears. Right? So this is about your perception, your communication, your self-expression, your listening ability. Are you able to really hear someone? Or are you just kind of shallowly listening so that you can speak? That would mean that your chakra is off. So whenever you talk too much and you don't listen, that chakra's off. If you don't self-express your own feelings, that chakra's off. If you only listen but never chime in or have anything to say, that chakra's off. So anything to do with communication, verbal truthfulness, lying, things like that, they also have a lot to do with this area of the body. So if you have a lot of issues there, then you may not feel like you can really speak your truth, or maybe you had an issue with that in the past and it was suppressed, and so now it's blocked. How comfortable are you expressing yourself? How comfortable are you sharing information that makes you feel vulnerable, right? So communication patterns, like I was saying, and things like that as well. So that's the throat chakra. And then we have the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is the sixth chakra. And this one is indigo. And it is where we get a lot of our clairvoyance, right? This one helps us to be more psychic intuitively, to be able to see things more clearly. And let's see. So yeah, this one has a lot to do with just intuition and being clairvoyant. Clairvoyance means that you can actually see images, you can see visualizations. Maybe when you meditate, you can really see a scene. People that are clairvoyant, their third eye is very active. And then we have the seventh chakra, and that is up here, the crown chakra. This one is a lot to do with claircognizance. So claircognizance is where you just know something, right? Your intuition is just like at a higher rate. It's not clairvoyant where you just see something or hear something. It's actually at the knowing. And if you do a lot of ritual, a lot of meditation work, a lot of tantra, things like that, your claircognizance really kicks in and you become like more of a knower. Like you'll say, oh, this, and then you'll say, oh yeah, I know how that's going to go, or I know about how this person is, their intentions and things like that. That's claircognizance when you have this seventh chakra very active. That's the knowing, and it's connected very much to your higher self, right? So yeah, so self-awareness, things like that have to do with the seventh chakra, and also awareness of just other people's like intentions and things like that. So that's a little bit about those chakras. I was going to go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the work that I do and what we'll be doing in this workshop on Friday night here in Orlando. We're going to be doing some Kundalini activation. We'll be doing, of course, the basic quick little stretches that you do to open up those chakras. We'll also do kriyas and mudras for clearing. Mudras are sounds that you make. I'm sorry, mudras are hands. When you take your hands and you have like, for instance, right, you go like this. This is a mudra. So each of your fingers is connected. Each parts of your hand is connected to a chakra. So this one's connected to a chakra, this one, this one, this one, this one. And then right here and right here are all connected to the chakras. So mudras are when you place your hands, where you activate the different chakras with your hands. And so we'll be talking about mudras and clearing. And you typically do breath work, or you can even do the mantras, right? And the mantras, is the chanting that I always teach you guys. And then the kriyas are the movements that you can do to really activate. We do what's called bandhas, which are chakra locks. We're going to do some of that. And a chakra lock is where you use breath work and you you really squeeze that area of your body and you lock it down. So for instance, to do a throat chakra lock, to really start pushing the energy through, you would put your head down and you'd hold your breath all the way out. So you'd really exhale and then you'd hold your head down, and that would lock that chakra. And then when you have to breathe, you come up and you breathe, and it really moves the energy through it. So that would be an example of a bandha. We'll also be talking about transmuting energy, so moving the kundalini energy through the chakras and making them really, all the chakras move more. Some of those different types of techniques. We'll talk about the different sounds of each chakra. And so just to give you guys a little bit about the sounds, I know I've done this with you many times before, but for those of you that are new especially, or you want to be reminded, the sounds are, up here we have A, and then here we have E. Heart chakra is Ah. The solar plexus is O. The second chakra is Ooh. And the lower chakra, the root chakra, is So what I'm going to be guiding you guys through is you inhale and you pull the kundalini energy up with intention through your spine. And as you do that, as it goes through all the chakras, you're going to be really pulling and tightening down below, right? Anal sphincter area and everything down there. And you're going to pull up, and then you're going to have your tongue at the roof of your mouth, and you're going to inhale through your mouth, which is cooling breath. And then when you exhale down, you're actually chanting and relaxing back down, and that's moving that energy up and down and activating the chakras. So that's another one of my favorite exercises. And I think I've shared that with you guys a couple of times before, but just to demonstrate quickly, it looks like this. And that's transmuting the sexual energy. We'll also talk about the difference between Om and Aum. Those are two different things, and a little bit about each chakra and how it helps you connect to another person, and how it gives you more of a psychic ability. Each one has its own psychic ability for you. So that's a little bit about the chakras. Any questions, you guys? I haven't really looked on the chat box tonight. Hi, everybody. Yeah, good to see you all. Hi. Cool. Yeah, so any questions or thoughts or anything you'd like to know about the chakras, or want me to demonstrate anything, I'd be happy to help out. I just wanted to kind of do a chakra overview this evening, since I'm doing a big workshop on Friday night. And we'll be putting this stuff together, hopefully over the next couple of months, for an online class as well. It's a little easier to do a local workshop because everybody's kind of there and they're participating, whereas online is a little bit more involved in teaching, because really you have to create the curriculum a little bit different, and you don't know if somebody's involved. They have to kind of do it at their own pace, and so there's a lot of different elements that go into a curriculum online versus locally. Yeah. So, all right, looks like everybody's good. I hope that gave you some good information about chakras. And, really when you're trying to clear them and heal them and open them, you want to really get into the chants, the vibratory work, the sound healing, and the breath work and the mudras with the hands. And, just stretches as well really help. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, transmuting is one of my favorite things to do with them. What's good to open the crown? Well, there's actually a few different ways to do that one. You can chant if you want. There's a couple of chants. This one chant is Ogam Satyam Om. So you would just go Ogam Satyam Om. So that's one way. Another way, I would have to be warmed up to do the other one. It's where you go very high pitched and you're very loud, and it really activates it. It's the chant is Ra Ku Hun, and I learned that chant from Ra Sumaba, and it's Ra Ku Hun, and you chant it very high pitched. And I'm not going to do it on here tonight. It's Ra Ku Hun, and it really activates this crown chakra, and you can really feel it. So try doing that one a few times if you really want to get that one active. Good book for a beginner. I have no idea. I've been studying chakras for so long. I don't have any chakra books or anything. I don't even know. I've just studied yoga so much. I think it's yoga and high magic, and that's how I've learned. Tantra, I mean, you could watch some of my other videos on chakras. What exactly do you want to know? I have a 15-minute class on vibecourses.com where I teach you my session that I do every single day, working with the chakras, which is my meditation sequence. Yeah, so if you, any problem leaving the crown open? Well, yeah. I mean, if you really get this stuff active and vibrating pretty high, yeah, you can start attracting things, and even psychic vampires will try to feed off of the light, and astrals can see your light as well when you get it at a high vibe. So I've done that before where I got it really freaking high, and then I had things like bugging me and people bugging me and all kinds of stuff, and I always have a ton of messages from like people, and just so much ever since I've been doing the tantra and doing the clearing and stuff. It's just like I'm a magnet. So if you want to really close that down, it's good to kind of have an intention to pull your energy back in and just do breath work to pull it in, because yeah, you will attract for sure. Any high magic books? I mean, it depends on what you want to know. There's so many different things. I have some videos on magic, high magic on here. If you go to my YouTube, Brandy Joy TV, and you go to my magic playlist, I have quite a few videos on there. And in fact, I want to do a course on some magic stuff this year. It depends on what you want to know, though. I have so many different resources for that. Modern magic is a really good basic Bible for magic. If you're interested in learning magic, Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig. And then there's anything by Aleister Crowley is, extremely good. And actually, I was going to start reading the Equinoxes books by him. Then there's Middle Pillar. I have the Middle Pillar book, which really helped me. Israel Regarde, I think, wrote that one. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, I have so many things, so many books. I have a huge library. I've gotten rid of so many books. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas on what else you would like for me to talk about sometimes, go on Vibe Tribe and post in there. I'd love to hear from you, or message me if you want on Facebook at Brandy Joy TV. And I will definitely write down what you're saying or questions that you have, so that way I can do a video on it. So I've done quite a few magic videos already, though, if you want to watch those videos. Talked about a little bit about chaos magic and how magic works. And I did a video on the number 8. That's the, that has a lot to do with magic. So especially on the Tree of Life. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining. I guess I will see you on, wow. Okay, wait a minute. I didn't even think about that. Christmas is Monday. Should I do the tarot scope on Monday, or should I put it off until like Tuesday? I didn't really think about that. I'll probably put it off because I'll probably be at my family's house on Christmas on Monday. Yeah. Or I could do it beforehand. I don't know. You guys tell me. You tell me on Vibe Tribe when a good time would be. You think Tuesday night? That's awesome, Jennifer. Very cool. Oh, thank you. Love and light, everybody. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next week on our live tarot scope. Tom says Monday night. I might do it Monday night. It depends on a few things. I'll either do it Monday or Tuesday. So if I do it Monday, it would probably be pretty late. All right, you guys, have a good night. Thanks so much for joining, and I will see you soon. Have a very happy holiday this weekend, and take time for you. Thank you. Okay, I'll probably do it Tuesday then. All right. Bye, everybody. See you next week.